believes I can't sleep.
It's time to listen to Courtney at last on the Ramblings of an Insomniac podcast.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Ramblings of an Insomniac. I'm Courtney. How the heck are ya? Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to y'all. How the heck are things in your neck of the woods? How you holding up? It's been a crazy ride, right? I feel like any generation can say that. There's always something going on. We're humans, so, pick a decade and there's always some type of shenanigans being had, some type of tomfoolery. You don't really get to say tomfoolery very often. We should bring that back. We'll just shout at the kids, stop with your tomfoolery. And I like the word shenanigan. It's a good word. Shenanigans. It's good stuff. Anyway, hey, if you're listening for the first time or the 40th time, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Welcome. Welcome to my humble, ridiculous podcast. If you've tuned in, I usually try to give a little disclaimer that I am by no means any Ben Shapiro or Joe Rogan. I am no morbid. I'm not as good as those podcasts. I'm not even close to that category. And I'm not trying to be like their podcast. I'm trying to be like my podcast. So, if you're expecting really good quality, good sound, then this is probably not your podcast. Like right now, my dog is doing really weird things with her tongue that's making like weird sounds in the background. And you're going to hear it. You're probably going to hear my clock. Yesterday, the ambulance kept going on and helicopters were flying over. It was crazy. It was like I was in friggin' LA or something. But if you just want normal people and you want to listen to a normal person that just talks about regular stuff that's on her brain, because I've got crazy ADD and crazy insomnia and my brain gets a little woohoo at night. So I just do exactly what my podcast title says. It's the Ramblings of an Insomniac. I just ramble on, babble on about whatever the heck has been keeping me up. And sometimes I cry and sometimes I sing, which is not good. No, it isn't good, but you just don't know. Sometimes I yell. I mean, I suppose not yell, but I get a little worked up, get a little heated. So I just like to throw that out there. And then to those of you who have been listening for, all the time, since always, thank you. You kind of you know what you're in for. You're just like, yep, she's just weird. This is how it is. So thank you for being along for the ride. That is just awesome of you. And I genuinely, I really need to get new adjectives and stuff. But I appreciate you a lot. All right. What has been keeping me up? What is on my brain? That's a loaded question, actually, because it's strange. I'm at this weird stage right now where I'm kind of healthy and feeling good and wanting to just put one foot in front of the other and take things day by day. But I'm inside and there is there's an airplane outside that you can hear quite loudly. Good gravy. But I'm just trying to learn to do things for myself and worry more about me and not try to always be anxious and worried about everybody else. I don't mean that rude. Like, I don't mean I don't care. I'm not going to stop caring about people. That'll never happen. I just mean sometimes I care too much. Sometimes I really spend so much time trying to help everybody else with their whatever they have going on. And I get so wrapped up and so involved that I make their problems mine. And there's a fine line between helping somebody and being there for somebody and encouraging people and being an ear for them to listen to, and helping them out. And also just crossing that line of maybe people also need to not be codependent. You know, there's codependency, and then there's also I need to learn to say no just because simply I can't constantly say yes, yes, yes to everybody else and then put own my own necessities, my own needs aside. I don't mind doing that. I really don't. The problem is I have laundry to do, you know? I've got errands to run and I'm not getting any. Hey, excuse yourself. Excuse you. That is rude. Leave him alone. You're so rude. Stop. Gosh, she's barking at my cat, my older lady, barking at my cat, being a rude beezy right now. Mind your business. We're sitting here talking about, worrying about yourself. You do you. You worry about you, dude. Get over here. Quit side eyeing. Gosh. Anyway, there's that fine line between, you have to also do things for yourself. And if you're not getting any younger, which none of us are, you can't look back on life and just work, 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 work and take care of others and never do anything for yourself. Why? There's no point on living if all you're going to do is work and exhaust yourself doing everything for others. And then meanwhile, you aren't living your life. You're not doing the things that make you happy, the things that make you want to continue to live. I do that a lot. And I'm not saying that like I'm so wonderful that I help so many people out that I don't mean it like that at all. I mean, I just tend to take too many things on and I'm always like, sure, sure, sure. And then I'm like, oh God, pretty soon I'm like, when am I going to get my laundry done? When am I going to go grocery shopping? When am I going to clean my house? When am I going to walk my dogs and, you know, things that I need to do? So I'm trying to learn that, trying to learn some boundaries. Boundaries are hard. I'm one of those people, if it says no trespassing or do not enter, and I'm like, why? What's behind there? Now I'm fascinated. Now I want to enter. But then there's that other half of me that's so respectful of other people's space that I'm like, unfortunately, it's not because I'm respectful of the law. I wish I could say that. I wish I could be like, well, it's against the rules and I don't do things that are against the rules. It has nothing to do with that. I'm not worried about being against the law. I'm more worried about the fact that I don't want people to trespass on my property. If I'm making signs to tell people private property, get the fuck out, then I'm certainly not going to. I have boundaries for other people's personal space if and their property. So, but when you put up signs that say do not enter or no trespassing or whatever, I'm like, but I have to know what's there. The more that you're like, don't do that, I'm like, why? Why don't you want me to do it? What's going to happen? I'm such a brat. I'm a total brat. I think, again, I've said this on my podcast before. There's a reason I'm an only child. I would very much be the sibling that's like, I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. But I'd also be the sibling where I would beat the holy crap out of anybody that even looked at my siblings sideways. So I guess there's a reason that I'm an only child. I would be there for them. I'd be an awesome sister. I would just pick on them relentlessly because it's what I do when I like people. Or just don't tell me no. You can tell me no, but you have to do it in a way that doesn't piss me off. I don't like people telling me what to do. I'm such a classic, again, only child brat. I don't mind if you're my boss, obviously, and I have a job and you tell me what to do. I just mean, you can phrase it. If I have a spouse and I don't ever go out, but just as an example, if I never go out and want to go out with my friends or something, and I never go out, and I'm responsible, and I don't, you know, um, I'm not going to do anything wrong. I just want to go have fun. I'm not going to ask permission to go out. I am going to be respectful of my spouse, and I'm not going to be like, I'm doing it no matter what. But I just mean whoever I'm with would know that, look, sometimes I have to have me time. Sometimes you have to have you time. I'm all about our spouses having a time to themselves away from their partner, because if you're with each other 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, I'm sorry, but that's not normal or healthy. It's just not. So my point is, if I make a decision to do something and I want to go out, for example, if my spouse said to me, no, you are not going out, I'd be like, now I am. They would have to be like, hey, there's, I don't know, I'm really tired tonight. I don't really feel like uh, watching the kids. Let's say we had kids. I'm really tired tonight. I don't really feel like watching the kids. And you work really early in the morning. Are you sure you're going to be able to get up in the morning? And like the kids are here, and I'm kind of, well, I don't know. I can't think of an example. It's just like, look, if I decide to go out, I'm going to be like, hey, I want to go out with my friends. Here's the day I was thinking. Do you have anything going on that night? And if they were like, no, then I'd be like, all right, peace out. I'm going. I wouldn't like ask permission, but I would say, do you have anything going on? Is there anything that's like conflicting? And then if we had kids, then of course you would have to work that out and there's more involved. But I'm not really giving good examples right now. The cliff notes of that is, don't boss me around. You have to handle that delicately. I am a Taurus, Swedish, only child, woman. I think that's a woman thing. We're not really big on, even like in the times when, there was always the man is the head of the household and pays the bills and goes to work and kind of not tells the wife what to do, but they're the head of the house and they're the one that guides, that takes care of the family. And so it's not necessarily that the women were told what to do, but they looked at their man as a different role. And it was more, women kind of were a little bit more to be seen and not heard. Women had a little less say in what went on. Like their man could go out and go golfing, and the woman, kind of did have to ask permission because it would mean the man would have to stay home and watch the kids or whatever. So I don't think I would do well in that situation at all, because that's just not me. I'm not really a June Cleaver kind of gal. Love being at home, love cleaning, love, being with my kids and all of that when they were kids. Loved it, loved it. That was awesome. But I'm not like a stay home and cook and bake and, that really old school stereotypical 50s wife. I could not have hacked that at all. No, thank you. But nothing wrong with anybody that can, not knocking anybody. If that is your thing, you do it. That's amazing. I think that's awesome. I'm not one of those groups of people that gets mad at women that are a certain way and then say, you're not a woman. Pretty sure my genetics, my body parts tell me otherwise. A woman does not have to be one thing. It just has to mean you don't have a penis. This whole transgender bullshit going on with, we're hearing more and more and more of men that are allowed in locker rooms and bathrooms and sports, um, and in prisons, in women's prisons. Rape is going on. And there is all kinds of, there was a pedophile that was a man that was in a girl's bathroom, and that girl got attacked. There's been so many, not so many, in the grand scheme of things. Statistically, it hasn't been so many, but also statistically, given the fact that it's only like 1% of the population is trans. So a very small, small part of the population is creating a pretty big wave. And there are a lot of rapes and attacks and men showing off their penises going on. And That's definitely not a woman. Sorry. This whole trying to still, as of today, as of 2025, the fact that Democrats are still trying to push the whole trans thing, and the fact that I still see videos of these trans. There was one the other day on TikTok. I don't have TikTok anymore, but it came up on one of my feeds through Facebook, and it was this guy that was trans and saying that he wanted to get people's opinion on where he should move to, because as a trans woman, he just doesn't feel safe in Trump land. He doesn't feel safe in America with Trump. And so he was asking everybody where he should go as a trans woman. And I suggested Iran or Palestine or like South America, to see if, he doesn't like America and he thinks it's not safe here. Well, I think he should tootle on over to Iran and see how safe he feels. Tootle on over to like even South America, see how he feels. Tootle on over to pretty much anywhere in the Middle East and kind of see how you feel. I don't even think I was going to go a different direction, but I'll bite my tongue. It's just frustrating when people that live here in America have to make up things to be pissed off about. There is so much genuine crap going on in the world, actual real things to care about. And yet here in America, obese, ignorant, uneducated America, privileged America, we just sit here and have to cry and whine because supposedly they feel unaccepted. How much more accepted do you have to feel when you have an entire flag just for you? Just for you. You have a whole flag. How much more accepted do you have to feel when you have an entire month dedicated to you? Not a day, a month, a whole damn month. How much more accepted do you have to feel when you're allowed to get on TikTok and social media to cry and whine about supposedly not having any rights as you're on social media being a trans person? I just don't get it. You know who hasn't been accepted? The Republican Party. Because every day I seem to turn on social media, and that's why I took a break. And all I kept seeing were videos of crazy leftists threatening Republicans, threatening violence if you were a Trump supporter. If you are a Trump supporter, they threaten violence, promote it, instigate it, incite it, or they're threatening our president. They're asking for people to assassinate him. And yet also complaining how they have no rights and their rights are being taken away. You just had the right to get onto social media and threaten like a humongous group of Americans. And are you in jail right now? They should be. I don't know why they aren't. But when you have an entire month and veterans get a day, that's pretty fucked up. In what world should veterans get a day? And in what world do you deserve a flag? And then you have people that want an entire national anthem dedicated to them. That whole thing that went around when there were Black people that wanted their own national anthem. So we're going to start doing that now. Each race is just going to do their own thing, have their own anthem. And then pretty soon we won't be able to watch a game until midnight because we'll have to go through like 49 anthems. Here's the Asian anthem. Here's the Native American anthem. Here's the Hispanic anthem. I mean, what are we going to do? Are we going to like start a game 4 hours ahead of time just so we have enough time in the day to play all the anthems. So I've said this 100 times. The American flag already includes everybody, all races, all political affiliations, all sexual orientations. The American flag is the epitome of diversity, of DEI. So I don't understand why we need an anthem for each race. Oh, no, I forgot. It's not for each race. It's only for Black people while they scream racism. We want our very own anthem for just our race and only our race. And we want to force everybody to sing the anthem that is just about our race. Fuck all the rest of you, racist. Do you see how moronic that is? You're crying racism as you are being insanely the epitome of racist. It just make it make sense. The logic is not there. I thought that 1 and 1 equaled 2. But in Dem world, 1 and 1 equals LBGTQZI. I don't get it. I don't think they get it, to be honest. I don't think they get it. They just run around like little lemmings, like little scared things. Ah, ah. It's seriously like the kid with the bucket on his head, and he just keeps running into the wall and then turning around and running into the wall again. They're a bunch of little kids with buckets on their heads, just randomly running into shit. It's insane. Ugh. I try not to let it keep me up because, again, I'm trying not to worry about other people's problems. But those things affect me. They affect you. They affect all of us. I mean, when you have a group of Black people in South Africa that want to kill all the white people, why on earth are we not hearing more about that? South Africa, fucking shame on you. What the hell are you doing? If you are a Black person living there, sitting there crying, kill Whitey, are you fucking serious right now? Who in the hell do you think you are? Honest to God, who do you think you are? Are you on some kind of power trip? This just boggles my mind. It boggles my mind when people want to kill someone just because they don't like something about that person. It's one thing to want to kill someone because, I don't know, your life is in danger. That I understand. But it's fascinating to me, the psychology behind a person that kills. I know there's an entire show dedicated to people that just snap. Mainly women are on there. um, I get that people sometimes just snap. I do get that. Um, and unfortunately, you do something in the heat of the moment, and maybe that thing is killing somebody. I'm not saying I understand it, as in I think it's okay at all. Not condoning it. Just saying I know that I have gotten so mad before I wanted to punch somebody. So I'm sure that there's a level out there where someone just literally just maybe has been abused and abused and abused and abused. And finally, that person says something to them and they're like, you know what, I can't take it anymore. And they just freak out and kill them. Again, I'm not saying that makes it okay. But I don't understand someone, though, that wants to actively plot killing a group of people because they're Jewish, or a group of people because they're white, or a group of people because they're gay. Why not just, here's a crazy, crazy idea. I know this is going to sound crazy, but how about just not be around them? I know, simple yet effective. You don't have to be around those people. The beauty of being able to have your own choice. You can make your own opinion. If you don't believe in what somebody else believes in, fantastic. Either have a good conversation about it, a respectful conversation, and try to see if you can find a happy medium. Try to find other things to talk about besides the thing you disagree on, or simply don't speak to each other. But most of the time, you're liking a stranger that you're not going to talk to anyways. And you're pissed off because, I mean, trust me, nothing pisses me off more than when I see a Biden t-shirt. I just want to be like, are you kidding me? But do you know what I do? I just walk away because it doesn't actually affect me in any way. That is their opinion. If I see a Nirvana t-shirt, I'm like, really? Nirvana? Ugh. But you know what I do? I go, that is the music they like. And that's amazing. And that is their choice. I actually don't even put that much thought into it. I just go Nirvana and then I move on because who cares? But when it affects my life, like men in the bathroom, I've said this before, but I just want to make it super duper clear that if any man, unless they have well, even if they have their daughter with them, I don't know, but any man that is claiming that they're a woman walks into a bathroom or a locker room that I'm in, I've said this before, I'll make them a woman real quick because their penis will be ripped off and shoved down their throat. And I mean that sincerely from the bottom of my heart. You will become a woman real quick if you walk into a bathroom that I'm in. Just want you to know that. So any trans men out there, if you walk into a bathroom that I am, I mean, again, you have to know something about my podcast. I started this just for a fun thing. It's just kind of like a journal, essentially. And I say things that maybe are going to piss people off, are probably going to piss people off, but I'm not going to tread lightly because it's how I feel. So either, you like me or you don't. I hope that you do. I really do. I have nothing. I want to make it clear. I don't care if you're trans. If you're trans, that's amazing. Go you, for real. I genuinely don't care at all if you're trans. I don't care if you identify as a unicorn. I don't care about any of that. I really don't. Far be it from me to judge anybody. It is not my duty or business to judge anybody. What I'm saying is, if you are a man, which I consider a trans woman a man, if you have a penis and you come into my bathroom, because I believe in equality, equal rights and all, um, if a biological man walked into my bathroom, I would kick his ass. So a trans woman, because you want equality, remember, equality, and I'm all about it. So that means I'll kick your ass too, or I'll give it the old college try. And then, like I said, you'll win too, though, because, well, I don't want to promote it and say you'll win. I was just going to say, because I will make you a woman. You will no longer have your penis. Lorena Bobbitt, does anybody remember Lorena Bobbitt? Yeah. So just to get that out of the way, don't be in my bathroom. That's fucked up. And I'm not about it. Especially, oh God, if I had my grandkids with me and you walked in, you'd be out in a body bag. You wouldn't just have your penis shoved down your throat. You would just be out in a body bag. And that isn't a threat. Just so you guys know, that's not a threat. It is an absolute 100% promise. And I'm a scrappy little bitch. So let me tell you. Sorry, I'm trying to take off my coat. Anyway. Okay, I got a little excited there. Got a little ragey. They need those rage rooms again. They used to have the rage rooms. I don't know if they still do, actually. Well, but probably a huge liability because you can't be breaking glass and throwing shit. And I'm sure it was a big liability. But I liked the concept. The concept behind a rage room was amazing because people like me could use that. I sound like I have all this rage and anger. But again, like I was saying yesterday, I am not. It takes a lot to make me upset. Takes a lot to irk me. But once I get there, So I'm learning to woo-sa. Tap my third eye 21 times. Breathe it out. The flamaz, but breathe it out. Walk it out. Oh, walk it out. I don't remember the rest of the words to that song, so I can't really sing it to you. But you know what song I've had stuck in my head for some freaking reason, and I feel bad because I don't know I don't know a lot of the words, but go shoddy, it's your birthday. We're gonna party like it's your birthday. We're gonna drink Bacardi like no, I'm not getting it right, but you know what I'm saying. Listen, I'm a white girl, all right. Are there a lot of white girl rappers? I know we have a white male rappers, but I'm trying to think of I'm not good at knowing names of people. And so I don't know if there's a lot of white girl rappers. Huh. I'm going to look that up. I'll look it up. Anyway, these are things. These are the things on my brain. And I'm trying to just, again, keep a little bit of a break, a little bit of a distance between politics and I right now, because I do this. I get all fired up. And then pretty soon I feel like Rocky and I'm just like, oh I just want to I do have a punching bag and it's fantastic, but actually, I did have a punching bag. Now I do not, but I need to invest in one or go to a rage room. Instead, I'm going to go be around horses. That is my happy place. It is my sanctuary because I'm a privileged white woman. I'm just kidding. That's not why. I don't have a horse. I don't own a horse. I just borrow one for an hour and I work it off. I work it off. I work it off. Not that I have to explain myself, like I've said before. I've said this 100 times with no apologies. If I had 20 horses and my own yacht and my own helicopter pad, I would not feel even a little bit sorry because it would mean I earned it. It means I worked for it. I mean, I'd feel bad if I, stole money and I money laundered, like, I don't know, the Biden administration. If I got my money illegally, like, most of the Democrats do, then I would feel bad because I have a conscience. They don't have a conscience. I don't want to say Democrats don't have a conscience because that's shitty. And I have friends that are Democrats and they do have a conscience. But a lot of the Democrat politicians that are currently in DC, I'm willing to bet most of them are soulless. Again, I don't have anything against anybody at all. I have something against hypocritical idiots. I have something against criminals. Actually, I don't even have something against criminals. I have friends that have done time. I have a lot of friends that have gone to jail, gone to prison. I have nothing against them. They didn't kill anybody, they didn't hurt a child. So I just have something against uneducated, unhinged, hypocritical, crazy people that promote violence and promote intolerance and promote children being molested and sex trafficked and promote our borders being open to let terrorists in and criminals in. I have something against anybody that believes that. I don't care what your race or your sexual background is. There's Republicans I don't like. There's, again, equality. I'm all about equality. I dislike everybody equally. So anyway, just wanted to say hey and let you know what's been rolling around in this brain of mine and say I appreciate the fact that you listen despite of the fact that I just get tripped up on my words and have no idea what the hell I'm saying most of the time. And I just get on here and kind of just start going. And that can be a good or a bad thing. So I appreciate that you've been along for the ride. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Tell a friend, tell a neighbor, tell a coworker, and until next time.